Hey guys, my name is Jay and I have sensory processing disorder. You may ask, what is sensory processing disorder? Well, that's what this video is about, raising awareness of SPD and provide examples from my own life. Before we dive into my story, let's address the question, what is SPD? It is the difficulty processing and organizing the world around us that comes through our senses. Did you know there's actually 7 senses? The main 5, hearing, sight, touch, taste, and smell. And there's 2 more, body awareness and spatial orientation. Sensory kids and adults may not realize or be aware when they are hurting others, or where their body is in relationship to other people or objects. An example of my own life, when I was younger, I thought it would be cool to lean on the wall with one hand. You know, like those cool boys in the movie. So when I tried, I didn't judge where the wall was and where the doorway threshold was. So I fell right through the doorway. Or when I was running, I'd always fall on my feet because I couldn't tell where my feet were in relationship to the ground. Those are 2 examples of many. So there are 2 types of SPD. One being sensory seeking and the other being sensory avoiding. They basically kind of explain themselves, seeking and avoiding. You may also have some of both. I do. So what are the symptoms of each of these? Well, sensory seeking includes constantly touching objects, has high pain tolerance, constantly on the move, gets distracted or feels anxious, plays roughly, squirms or fidgets, invades other spaces, clumsy or uncoordinated. While sensory avoiding includes these: easily overwhelmed by people or places, seeking out quiet, easily startled by sudden noises, has a strong reaction to textures of certain foods, refuses to wear certain clothing items, and gets upset by changes in routines. So those are the 2 types of sensory seeking. You may realize that they overlap with other things such as autism or anxiety or ADHD. Most kids who have those things also have SPD. Like I have anxiety and ADHD, and I also have a sensory processing disorder. So the things that I personally have on these is, as a kid, I used to have high pain tolerance. I was constantly on the move. I used to play roughly, invade other people's spaces, and was clumsy or uncoordinated. But I also, I refuse to wear socks and shoes. I know that's kind of gross, but the feeling of the sock in my shoe, rubbing against my shoe, the bottom of my shoe, just freaks me out. Or I also get upset by changes in routines. I have to have a routine and stick and know how, like, what's coming next. Now, I don't have a specific routine. I just know, like, I get up in the morning, I take my meds, I wait 30 minutes, and so on and so forth. Like, I've worked on this a lot, so I can handle some changes, but it's very hard for me, especially the transition between summer and school, which is actually coming up, and transitions between vacation and coming home, and just transitions in general. And then I also will not eat tomatoes because of the squishy stuff in the inside. Sorry. It just, like, the texture of the seeds and the squishiness just freaks me out. I won't eat avocados unless they're mashed up. I don't know why. It's weird. I like guacamole, but I don't like avocados. It's really weird. But yeah. So those are that's my kind of battle with sensory processing disorder. Of course, there's more, but none that I can think of right now. So if you have SPD or your child has SPD, one thing that you can do is go to an occupational therapist. I used to work with an occupational therapist from age 2 or 4 to like 9 or 10. So I was in OP very long. And they will create a sensory box, which is like coping skills to use that are like sensory based. So like for me, I made a dried rice and bean bucket. And I would just play in the rice and beans, and the texture would help me calm down. Or they might give you putty to play with, or they might give you just some, like, just based on your sensory stuff. It's very helpful. Anyways, that is the video, guys. I'm so happy you tuned in. I hope you learned something new, and I hope you're having a great day or night. Bye.